Hey everybody, here we go again. We are almost finished for Inktober. Wow. Okay, day 29 is surprise. You know, the first thing I thought of was paradox. You guys like paradox? I love that Tangle paradox. It is so awesome. Excuse me, I need to drink water. Yeah, I just love it. So I think I'm going to create myself just sort of a little space to put some paradox in. And you can either do paradox in a rectangular grid or square grid. You can do it in a triangle grid. I'm going to do a random grid. So I'm going to just draw some lines in this square here. And I'm just going to divide up this space. I don't want them all too big, but they can be. I just don't want any really tiny spaces. Let me just do this one here like that. All right. As long as they're regular, they have 3 or 4 sides or even 5 sides, as long as they're not round. You can do paradox in the round, but it is very difficult. Not something I want to tackle today. And then you just, I have a video that shows paradox, but you just go, I think in my own brain, I think to myself, small to big, turn your tile, small to big, turn your tile, small to big, and you just keep going around in circles that way, small to big. Just start the next one at the spot where you stopped the last one, small to big. And when it gets small enough, I don't have to turn my tile. I can just do it now. But at the beginning, I had to turn it every single time. But when my shape gets small enough, I don't have to. Okay, you just do that. And then you do it again. It doesn't really matter if you, especially in a more abstract kind of grid like this, it really doesn't matter whether you go start in this corner and go this way counterclockwise, or whether you go clockwise. Really doesn't make any difference. But if you want to do the pattern where you end up with a fan shape, you do one clockwise, one counterclockwise. If you want to end up with that kind of rolled shape, you do them all going the same direction. I'm not going to pay any attention to what direction I'm doing these. I'm just going to do some, and I'm not even going to do them next to each other necessarily. I'm just going to go, and I'm just going to see what develops, and it will be a surprise. Because I'm not going to make a plan. I'm just going to do. Sometimes that's better anyway. You know, I'm kind of the plan. You wouldn't know it from my videos because I'm often saying, you know, I had no idea what I'm doing. I didn't plan it out in advance. And in my art, that's usually true. Sometimes I do. But most of the time, I just kind of go with the flow. And it kind of does what it's going to do. However, many other aspects of my life, I am very much a planner, and I don't like surprises. I like to know what's coming next, and so I'm kind of trying to learn to let go of that a little bit and to embrace the what comes next. not always easy. I am a list maker. When we go on vacation, you know, I have the list made a couple of weeks ahead, and I start packing a week before we even go, because I'm a planner. Sometimes, especially when we're going to go on a big trip like a cruise, we have one coming up, but it's not coming up for 2 years, right? It's coming up in 2018, and already I'm planning stuff, you know. When we get to this port, what are we going to do? What do we, you know, who are we going to be with? You know, are we going to go early? It's 2 years from now, but I'm already in that mode. I like to have those kinds of things kind of, you know, in place. And then once the big stuff is in place, then if little stuff happens, then it's go with the flow, you know? But I like to have the big plans mapped out. And I know that life doesn't always end up that way. As a matter of fact, life often does not end up that way. Most of the time it does not. Because you might have made a plan, but God made a different plan. And His plans trump your plans. They really do. I love paradox. Just do. Guess I'm just going to do them all going one direction to see what happens. Because I feel like turning my tile all the same direction today. Let's see, so what day of the week is today? I don't even know, because I tape these in advance. I was trying to figure out how I could record them and have them ready to go and schedule them so that YouTube would automatically release them on the proper day, and I wouldn't have to try to remember to go in there and either upload them or go in and change the settings and get them ready every single day. So, you know, I could like do it like once and be done with it for the week. And they do have that option in YouTube. But I have discovered, unfortunately, that it's only offered to the people who monetize their channel. And at this point, I don't really want to do that. I mean, I have enough subscribers that it would make it worth my while. I would get a little bit of money, not like a bazillion dollars, but, you know, from what I can understand, and I could be completely wrong, but from the reading I've done, that with the number of subscribers and the number of views I happen to have on my channel, that, you know, I would make like $50 a month or something. It's not like huge amounts of money. And I don't really want to bombard you guys with commercials. I really like it when I go to a channel and it's not monetized and I don't have to sit through those commercials. However, now Now that I see that there's certain features that are only available to YouTubers that monetize their channel, excuse me, I may have to think about it, so I'm putting it off. I'm going to, for sure, go a little longer, but the way my schedule is, and the closer we get to the holidays, yeah, I may, in order to do a video every single day and have it on YouTube on time like it's supposed to be, I may just have to do that. I may have to bite the bullet. And so if I do monetize, I will pick a charity to give that money to, because it's the money, I'm not doing it to make money, you know. I'm only going to be doing it so that I can be able to give videos every single day like I've kind of promised I would do. And in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to work that into, you know, my life and my schedule. And so, yeah, I may have to do that. So if I decide to make that, you know, I'll think about it, I'll pray about it, and if I decide that is something I need to do, I will definitely pick a charity and use that money in a wise way. What do you think? So far so good, huh? I just love, and when you do it in a non-traditional grid, you get even a bigger surprise as to what the look is. Look at that. That's just awesome. It is a little more challenging to pull that long skinny line, this one, because it wants to go woggly. It's easier to draw, for me at least, it's easier for me to draw a straight or straight-ish line when it's shorter. Oh, pooh. I forgot to unplug the phone. I cannot wait until this election cycle is over. They call constantly. Oh, they didn't leave a message this time. Oh well. Okay, good. The phone is constantly ringing. And usually when I do videos, I remember to unplug the phone so we don't have to hear that. Okay. That didn't come out the way I expected there on that edge, but I like it. What do you guys think? I like it. I'm just going to fill that in. There we go. Okay. Okay, one more. Oops, that was a bit fat. If it gets a bit fat, just add another line in the middle. It will just kind of disappear. All right. Look at that. I just love paradox. I do, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, this is October number 29. Surprise! Paradox is always a surprise, especially if you do it in a non-standard grid. That's awesome. I love it. Let me zoom in a little bit. Get that up out of the... There we go. Looks great. See you guys later. Bye-bye.